Good morning. Hello. You can start with a few deep breaths with me if you'd like. I'm just going to settle in. Wonderful. I wanted to speak on the topic of using your voice and speaking the truth. We're getting a little lost in this awakening world. We've been 2 years into this massive shift, and everybody's getting tired. The rage is real, and we all are wanting the exact same thing. The governing bodies, mainstream media, they have done a very, very, very good job. They've been successful in creating divide between you and I, between my neighbor and me, between the man that stands in line behind me at the grocery store and the woman ahead of me. They've been successful. And I see that because I hear a lot of rage. I hear a lot of people speaking their opinion. Well, yes, maybe it is truth. And I stand with that. I stand for autonomy. I stand for choice. I stand for our basic human rights staying intact. That doesn't mean I need you to, whatever. This is beyond the point. It's not about my opinion right now. I want to remind you that in essence, every single human being on this planet right now wants freedom. Every single human being on this planet right now desires freedom. Can you see that? Are you willing to see that? So we all want the same thing. We all just want it in a different way. And that's allowed. That's actually what makes this planet and this experience beautiful, is that diversity. Is every single human being's experience being unique and authentic. So let's take a sip. So remembering that, we did not come here to change another person's mind. That's not your purpose. We didn't come here to wake other people up. That's not your purpose. That's not using your voice properly, effectively, for change. We came here to be agents of life's force, of the infinite source energy. We came here to be a channel of that infinite love. Our voice, we're meant to come to our ground. We're meant to understand that we have a right to be here. We have a right to feel and experience how we do. Absolutely. We are agents of our experience, and we have a right to experience however we want to experience. So we have that agency. When we have agency, we have autonomy. We're choosing for ourselves. We're choosing, this is for me, this isn't for me. We're starting to build that belief system or opinion system. So we have our beliefs, we have the things that work for us, the things that don't. We're autonomous agents of life's force in this human body, in this human experience. through that autonomy, those decision making, again, you have no say over the other. They have freedom to choose what they want to choose. That's what we're standing for. When we move up through that, we become this authentic being. We come up to the heart space and we're having this authentic, heart-led experience, choosing yes, choosing no from what feels right for us. So we're starting to filter life through the lens of the heart. And this is where we start to connect collectively. The first 3 centers are all about just me, the individual, my stories. Once we come up through to the heart space, we have this connection to all. This is where we learn that we are one. We're all feeling beings. We're all, again, like I said, here standing for our version of freedom. Every single human wants the same thing. They want that sense of love and belonging and that freedom. So we're moving up through the heart, this authentic expression of us. And this is also where we need to remember that speaking the truth is the truth of that universal collective experience. The truth is not your personal opinion or your personal belief system. The truth is we are all here to be agents of love, kindness, compassion, radical forgiveness, radical understanding. Compassion, infinite love, unconditional love says, I accept all. I'm not here to change anything about the other's experience. I'm not here to convince. I'm not here to share my opinions or my belief system. I'm not here to go outside of myself. I'm here to go deeper within. So in these times when it's becoming, yes, like the rage, the fire, that anger is real and it's valid. There's a lot wrong. There is a lot wrong. But fighting what's wrong just creates more division. So how can we see everything as being right? How can we see each human as standing for the exact same thing? A sense of love and freedom. And then how can we be change agents using our authentic voice, that knowing, we have an intuitive knowing, we know of the illusion. We know that everything old is falling and that what has been no longer works. We understand that. Yet how can we know this and still hold space, compassionate space for others who are in a different boat, on a different timeline, different phase of their soul's journey, evolution, and not point the finger in that direction just because you might be on the right side. Like, there's not a right side. We need to accept that there is not a right side. There's not a right answer right now. There really isn't. And that's not love and lighting over it. That's not, negating what the truth is for me. But you just have to ask yourself, like, if these really are like end times, who do you want to be? If this is your last day on earth, who do you want to be? Do you want to be the person who opened their heart and invited the other in? Or do you want to be the person with their guard up, pointing the finger? So it's just something to really consider. Speaking truth, using your voice, the practice is to use that and channel that expression through the filter of the heart. We can't skip the heart. Yes, we have the base where we start to learn about who we are and what matters to us, what we do really stand for. That's okay. Everybody does need to have that sense of conviction. We get to have our like soul tribe. We get to have that specificity in our lives. Yet also, if we are true change agents here, if we are true light workers, if we are true followers of Jesus, we must take our personal knowing, and the only way that it comes from 1, 2, 3rd center through the voice is through that filter of the heart. So just really, anytime you're coming to use and speak truth, is it truth? Have you filtered it through the heart? Really? Really? Have you filtered it through your heart? Filtering it through the heart negates the charge. You become the middle ground. You become that ground where each is safe to be. And yes, again, we're individuals, but we're interdependent. We realize that every single person on this planet, in these human bodies, has a right to where they are, to be who they are, to do what they want to do. And the truest change agents of these times are the ones who can hold a compassionate space, who can use their voice from a place of compassion. And if you cannot, then I believe the greatest medicine is to just hold the space. Don't say anything at all. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Because when you choose to not use the voice of rage, I just want to say, like, if you need to use that voice, you find safe spaces, you find your sister circles, you find those friends you can go to, your therapist. You can use that voice, but you have to know where it's going to be okay to use that. That if you want to be a leader, if you want to be, open to a larger audience, we have to be mindful. The truest change comes from compassion. Absolutely. Oh, I remember where I was going. Holding space. If we choose then to if we can't communicate from love, from compassion, then again, not using the voice is more because now you are just holding that vibration. And that vibration is felt. It's felt by the other. The strong gaze, eye contact, the open heart, the integral spine. That's like you can't negate that. The other sees that body language and feels that frequency that you're holding, and you are leading by example. Far more powerful than rage. Rage doesn't change the world. You can't fight evil with evil. So just always remember that. Consider when you're using your voice, am I a true change agent of the divine? Every single human on this planet right now is standing up for freedom. Are you willing to see that? We are not divided, you and I. We are not divided. We are brothers and sisters. We're here together. So, never forget the power of your heart. Always filter your voice through that lens. And when it's hard to, seek help. Find your safe people. And then try again. I love you.